every investment will have social corporate responsibility. Let's leave that part. The next part is we want due diligence. My friend, that place is born and the rack is there. Even up to now, we do not know what you want. I just from there. The township is telling me that people just carry people for him to stand nothing and he knows about that. You're taking advantage of the image of the people. You and I met yesterday, I was very clear. If you making payment when I was there, can you stop that machine over there and you'll do the right thing? My man, nobody's against investment. I bet you if you do, that's why you say when you say you want my number, I say no, call the commissioner. I want to tell you that I want to be transparent. If you do the right thing, I will be one person that will provide security for you. Do you even know, sir, that you're coming here, you need to be protected? Have you even spoken to the Watch Forum commander of this place? You should have spoken to that man. That man give you 4 or 5 percent, you pay them every month. When you do that, the citizen, yes, sir, will love you. Nothing will happen to you here. But for you to just kind of just start making rules, you say, my friend, that thing I can hear all the lawmakers say the company can't to help, you can't to help. You can't look for your profit. I'm an educated person. The whole intent of a businessman is to maximize profit. You're not doing it at my benefit. I bet you that around here, you're not going to be anywhere. So you're not helping nobody. So here is what I want to say. There is a clan chief of this clan. There is a commissioner. There is a commissioner of the district. There is a former commissioner. These are all leaders. For me, if you want to talk to me, where is Ansu? The man is a coordinator for me in the district. Take his number, you want to talk. I want nobody to talk to me. That these people will talk to me. I just want the right thing. What the right thing should be done. The agreement or MOU you will use to go over there, I won't be part of it. The Constitution of the Republic of Liberia says I can make law, I can represent the people, I can do oversight. Even the president of the Republic of Liberia can get construction in the date I'm a consent. No, that's what the law says. The next thing of the law, I don't know whether you know, my understanding is when I was senior citizen at Broy, I want to say thanks to him. Because it is my responsibility as a lawmaker to look for opportunity for the people. The father, he brought you happy, but he himself will go through the due process. Chapter 3, Article 22A of the Constitution says all natural occurrences of the country is for the government, not even the citizen. You will even get a land for you. So you who here, yesterday I make it clear, don't let the people free before your money spoil. Talk with the citizen, talk with the permanent citizen at Bury. By the end of the day, ask him, is your government people aware? Do you know that if I want to make the thing hard, I have plenty of people to go, FDA's to be aware. All the three you call order, you know what you have done? Out of president, you have degraded that state. EPA is also know. What is the ESA you develop? The environmental social impact you have not done. To do that one, you need lessons. There are 3 areas in doing this kind of thing. You need to prospect, that is to see whether the place is commercially fit. You need to explore them before you exploit the place. To even prospect, you need lessons. But we can say for due diligence and for the sake of the people to get a job, we can jump over all the one, but just do the right thing. One of the right things I wanted you to do is the citizen boy, you met the people all the time, you're discussing, if they're happy, fun. But have you reached to the commission? I just show you a text message from my phone. I called the next man minister because my son wanted to deal with him. He said, you don't know nothing about the thing. I called the development superintendent of the county. He said, you don't know about you. I called the superintendent. He said, they don't know about you. So my final what I want to make is I will install the police mission when I sleep here. Everything I brought here, the agreement you're doing over. You'll start with the commissioner. They'll start with the town chief. They will go to their post. At the end of the day, they will find a place for me to sign. I will do it. For me, I want investment. I just want the right thing to be done. And in our agreement, you will bring for me to see. Some of the things I want to see is what plan do you get to protect the environment? That blasting you're coming to do over there. All those houses over there, most of them will build up more. They will not survive after your work. What's the plan for the environment for that place? Number 1, number 2. All the children are of the age over there. They might have some biological issue before you're thinking. Number 2, number 3, the thing that you're using to blast, the byproduct, how do you go to expose it? We need those kind of things to be done. Second, what is the social impact environment? You can't use this place to be going. Your church might want to fight. He met me yesterday, he wanted me to talk to the people to leave so he can bust another roof. Look at his school. Simple thing that pays are not even on it. What's your plan? Have you met these people? Have you told them to make the place better? Are you thinking about it? Now, the social corporate, for me, I don't want you to talk to me. I want nothing for you. The government is paying me for the work. I certify with that amount. But these people, I will protect them. The way I will stop and I ain't got nothing to say. Anybody wants to see it, you'll talk to the people. I go in front of the way for the security, I'll make your instruction I want to give you. I'll come and let it go back. Okay. If the Watch Forum tell me that is the commander of the Watch Forum, they may sort of be able to provide security for you. Before you even put away, you should come to this school, put computer, each for the children to learn. Put solar light, and I will see it happen. Anything like that, you will not do the concession. Yes. Every concession or every agreement or every investment will have social corporate responsibility. Let's leave that part. The next part is we want due diligence. My friend, that place is Bona, the rack is there. Even up to now, we do not know what you want. I just on there. The township is telling me that people just carry people for him to stand nothing and he knows about that. You're taking advantage of the image of the people. You and I met yesterday, I was very clear. If you making payment when I was there, can you stop that machine over there and you'll do the right thing? My man, nobody is against investment. I bet you if you do, that's why you say when you say you want my number, I say no, call the commissioner. I want to tell you that I want to be transparent. If you do the right thing, I will be one person that will provide.
Hydro and energy granted stated the Roberts International Airport, under which the Liberia Airport Authority manages, is a gateway to the country. It is the only international airport in the country. And the incident on Sunday, March 30, was a very unfortunate situation. On that day of the incident, I was out of campus. I was far away from the airport when I received a call from a deputy for technical services who has oversight responsibility over the electricity, power generation, and stabilization at the airport. But before I asked him to give you the full scenario of the situation, I just wanted to say that prior to the incident day, we had a bird strike. I think it was about 3-4 days, and I had a call. The bird strike, this season now is the bird migration season around the airport. And so we have surrounding communities that keep their waste management, the waste all over the place. We too, as an airport, we have our garbage site, and that's where the birds live and feed on it, and then they come on to the inside. The first incident we had was a bird strike that left our habitat and went on to the LEC transformer and blew it up. So we were out of the national grid, and so you know that we have 3 generators that was given to us, donated by us by Ibrahim Mahatma, that we use as a backup outside the LEC national grid. And so we have been on our national grid, and then until we got in contact with the LEC, immediately I made a call to Mr. Gonagon and told him that we had a bird strike, and then the transformer blew up, so we're operating one of our generators. And so he told me to wait, to hold on. He was going to send his team to assess, and then come and see if he can replace the transformer. So on that Sunday, honorable senators, we were on our generators because we were isolated from the national grid, the LEC. So we had airlines checking in. To be specific, the Air Cote d'Ivoire was checking in because they were coming in around 2 to leave at 5. I'm told, the TS will explain more on that. I'm told that around 5 o'clock, just about 5, that when we had a situation, and that situation occurred when a team of LEC maintenance crew came to check the system because we were out of the grid. When they came, in the process of doing whatever, closing up the cutoff point on the lines, then there was a surge. There was a feedback to our system. It blew up our voltage regulator, fuses, relays, and whatnot. And so immediately we called them to come. We even called the people who take care of the Caterpillar, because the machines are 3 new machines that we have.
Do you even, before you even put away, you should come to this school, put computer, each for the children to learn. post solar line, and I will see it happen. Anything like that, I will not do the concession. Every concession or every agreement or every investment will have social corporate responsibility. Let's leave that part. The next part is we want due diligence. My friend, that place is Bona, the rack is there. Even up to now, we do not know what you want. I just on there. The township is telling me that people just carry people for him to stand. Nothing else he knows about that. You're taking advantage of the English of the people. You and I met yesterday, I was very clear. If we making payment when I was there, can you stop that machine over there and you'll do the right thing? My man, nobody is against investment. I bet you if you do, that's why you say when you say you want my number, I said no, call the commissioner. I want to tell you that I want to be transparent. If you do the right thing, I will be one person that will provide security for you. Do you even know, sir, that you're coming here, you need to be protected? Have you even spoken to the watch foreign commander of this place? You should have spoken to that man. That man give you 4 or 5 percent, you pay there every month. When you do that, the citizen, yes, sir, will love you. Nothing will happen to you yet. But for you to just kind of just start making rules, you say, my friend, that thing I can hear all the lawmakers say the company can't to help, you can't to help. You can't look for your profit. I'm an educated person. The whole intent of a businessman is to maximize profit. You're not doing it at my benefit. I bet you that around here, you're not going to be the way. So you're not helping nobody. So here is what I want to say. There is a clan chief of this clan. There is a commissioner. There is a commissioner of the district. There is a former commissioner. These are all leaders. For me, if you want to talk to me, where is Ansu? The man is the coordinator for me in the district. Take his number, you want to talk. I want nobody to talk to me. Like these people will talk to me. I don't want the right thing. What the right thing should be done. The agreement or MOU you will use to go over there, I won't be part of it. The Constitution of the Republic of Liberia says I can make law, I can represent the board, I can do oversight. Even the President of the Republic of Liberia can get consultation in the data with I'm a consent. No, that's what the law says. The next thing of the law, I don't know whether you know, my understanding is when I was senior citizen at Broy, I want to say thanks to him. Because it is my responsibility as a lawmaker to look for opportunity for the people. The father, he brought you happy, but he himself will go through the due process. Chapter 3, Article 22A of the Constitution says all natural occurrences of the country is for the government, not even the citizen. You will even get a land now for you. So you who here, yesterday I make it clear, don't let the people fool you before your money spoil. Talk with the citizen, talk with the permanent citizen that brought you. By the end of the day, ask him, is your government people aware? Do you know that if I want to make the thing hard, I said that plenty of people don't go, every year going to be aware. All the three you call order, you know what you have done? Without adversity, you have degraded that state. EPA also know. What is the ESA you did for that? The environmental social impact you have not done. To do that one, you need lessons. There are 3 areas in doing this kind of thing. You need to prospect, that is to see whether the place is commercially fit. You need to explore them before you exploit the place. To even prospect, you need lessons. But we can say for due diligence and for the sake of the people to get jobs, we can jump over all the one, but just do the right thing. One of the right things I want you to do is the citizens brought you. You met the people of the town, you're discussed. If they're happy, fine. But have you reached to the commission? I just show you a text message from my phone. I called the lazy man minister because I wanted to deal with him. He said, you don't know nothing about the thing. I called the development superintendent of the county. He said, you don't know about you. I called the superintendent. He said, they don't know about you. So my final what I want to make is I will install the police machine when I sleep here. Everything I brought you, the agreement you're doing over. You'll start with the commissioner. You'll start with the town chief. They will go to their post. At the end of the day, they will find
back up. And so it's only for the terminal now because there are a lot of stories in the social media. We were out of current from the terminal building. I want to make this emphatically clear. The runways and other areas were lighted. That is why the SM Brussels who says that it was impacted, they landed. Why did they land? Because the lights were on the runways. Only the terminal building. iSky landed around the lights went on at 5 and iSky landed at 5:50. There was no current, luckily for us, it was still daytime, so the passengers could come in, disembark, and then see the luggages and they left the terminal. But in the case with SM Brussels were arriving after 7. And so we knew that was going to be dark. So the folks were still working on the electricity. LEC was there. The group that takes care of the Caterpillar Mantrack was there. Our team was there. And everybody hands on was on board to restore the current. I can tell you, honorable senators, I've been at the airport for 19 years, and this was the first time that we had this technical glitch, and it took us like 6 hours because the surge blew up all our fuses, all our relays. We had some spares that we all put in there, but it was kind of difficult because the electrical people were
Good afternoon, Liberia, and a pleasant welcome on today. Today is 04032025 a day. Today is Thursday and the third day of the fourth month of the year. And the year is 2025 and the month is April. We'll say a pleasant welcome to all of you on today. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. And thanks for joining us. We are on Cool Channel 2 on Facebook and at YouTube. We are on Facebook. It's Cool. Just go there, search and type in KOOL, and you'll be part of our program live on Facebook. Don't forget, we are also on www.knewsonline.com on our online radio. We've got across the world. Wherever you are, whether you're in Dubai, into Oklahoma, you're into the Manhattan, into South Africa, you can still follow us online. We say good morning, thanks for joining us. Good afternoon, thanks for joining us based upon your timeline. If you're to America, on today, we're also on 91.9. Follow us. This is the People's Program, and this is the program that brings you up to speed all of the major happenings into Liberia, Africa, and the rest of the one world. Don't forget, the geometry of the whole must be kept high on the agenda because it involves the majority, and those that come with equity, they must come with clean hands. I am your humble servant. I'm J. Nathaniel, the Vice Senior. Just call me the ambassador on today, and I'm here with Sakandu on the switching bowl, making sure you can watch, view all of our happenings on today. Welcome, be with us until 1:30. We'll open the lines. As a matter of fact, please your concerns, your comments, your observations, whatsoever your opinions on our program, because we value them. They are the building block to our modern and emerging democracy today. Be with me until 1:30. And if you listen to this lawmaker here, and I want some of you to listen that this is not a one Zogo. You know, at times some of the less popular young people, the Zogo got sense. When they speak, you say, yeah, the sound man talking here, you know, because of the condition life has to push it through. Yeah. But this is a lawmaker. I wonder if somebody can tell me right now which one of the lawmaker you are speaking. He is speaking. And what I love about him, and he being so emphatic about this. This is not about me. This is about the people. If you want to deal with the people, then do it right with the government. Because through those means, you are protected, Liberians. Oh, Liberia. But there are some institutions in Liberia here. When they're doing something that question is being placed on it, and when you talk about it, they say they'll carry the coat. They didn't know that our eyes are sharp than anything. Even the Bible said the word of God is sharp, the two-edged sword that pierces through anything. That's how we are. We are the watchdogs of society. If we don't say it, they come on us. Even those who are in society will not know it. You know, and so you think that what we are doing now, yielding results, you're getting them dead wrong. Because if I tell you, since I've been talking about the National Commission on Arms, if you go there now, they're working there. They're working. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about the airport. But you see Liberia, and I will play you a video of former President Charles Taylor. He said something in his final address when he said, Liberian, God willing, I will be back. He said something. And he affirmed again that Liberians are not just bad people, but the kind of leaders the people will take. Imagine a Liberian man can say this is the problem, but they cannot solve the problem. Oh my God. Today, let me say thank you. Good afternoon, good morning. Let's take a few development for Liberia first, and we'll talk about more on today. Good morning, good evening. As a matter of fact, the airport in the Cayman Island, seeing Owen Roberts International Airport for another airport in the Monrovia. See also the Roberts, that is the Springfield Airport. Just a reference to that, right? Let me inform you today that the Roberts International Airport, the RATA, ROB, RCAO, the GLRB, formerly known as the Roberts Field, is an international airport in the West African nations of Liberia. Located near the town of Habel in Tomagibi County, the single runway airport is about 35 miles. It's about 56 kilometers outside of the nation's capital, Monrovia, and as an origin and destination point is referred to as Monrovia. Locally, it became referred to as simply RIA. The airport is named in honor of Joseph Jenkins Roberts, the first president of Liberia. In 1942, Liberia signed a defense pact with the United States. This commenced a period of strategic road building and other constructions related to the United States military interest in tracking or checking the expansion of the ASOC powers. The airport was originally built by the United States government as an Air Force base as part of these activities. The runway was built long enough for B-47 Stratojet bomber to land for refueling, giving Liberia what was for many years the longest runway in Africa. The United States President Franklin D. Roosevelt had launched with President Edwin J. Barkley, as a matter of fact, at Roberts Field during his first visit to Liberia in January 1943. From 1943 to the end of the World War II, in 1945, the Roberts Field Airport, as it was then known, served as an alternative base for the contingent of 26, the Squadron SAAF, which flew Vickers Wellington bombers on the anti-submarine, the U-boat, and convoy escort patrol over the Atlantic. Their main base was at the Takoradi into the Gold Coast. The story of the Roberts Field is consistently intertwined with the history of the Pan American World Airways. In fact, from the end of World War II until 1985, the airport was administered and operated by the Pan American on a contract with the Republic of Liberia, the Ministry of Transport. Monrovia was constantly a key link in Pan-African, the American-African network, usually intermediated stop between Accra and Dakar, from which service continued onward to Europe and New York. In the late 1970s into the early 1980s, the airport became Pan Am's principal African hub, with a non-stop Boeing 747 service from New York JFK connecting at the Roberts Field to such destinations as Dakar, Accra, Abidjan, Lagos, Conakry, and among others, and continuing to Nairobi and even at times Johannesburg, so that for many years virtually every Pan Am's and passenger to Africa passed through the Roberts Field. Pan Am's present diminishing during the 1980s as Pan Am's African network was slowly pulled down. Pan Am ended its management of the airport in 1985, but as late as 1986, the airport was still a stop on the JFK Dakar Monrovia Lakers Nairobi route. By 1987, Pan Am was no longer serving Monrovia at all. A number of European airlines also served the airport from the mid 1960s to the mid 1980s, including the British, the Caledonian Airways with the Boeing 707s, the KLM Royal Dutch Airlines with the Douglas DC-8s, and the Sabina, the Swiss Air, the UTA. With these three air carriers all operating in the McDonnell Douglas DC-10s into the Roberts field. The Scandinavian airline system also served Monrovia from the Copenhagen's. In the mid 1970s, this service consisted to a week flight via the Düsseldorf and the Madrid, and the second weekly flight via Zurich, then onward to South America, Rio de Janeiro, Montevideo, the Santiago de Chad. So good afternoon, thank you for joining us on today. It's a pleasant welcome. Remember, today is the 3rd of April, as a matter of fact, in 1968, at an event for the Memphis Sanitation Workers Strike, the American civil rights activist Martin Luther King Jr. delivered his mountaintop speech. This following day, he was assassinated on 1968, on the 3rd, when he gave that speech. 1961, the American comedian actor Eddie Murphy was born into Brooklyn, New York. And back in 1946, the Japanese Army General Homa Masaharu, was executed for forcing a Baton death march in 1946. In 1930, the Helmut Kohl, who served as Chancellor of West Germany from 1982 to 1990, and the reunified Germany in 1990 to 1989, was born today into the realm Germany. And today also, in 1973, the first handheld mobile telephone call was made by an employee of the Motorola who called AT&T the Bell Laboratories. Today, the 3rd of April 1973, the federal agent of Montana apprehended the 10 Kissaskeen, an American tourist known as an Unabomber, who had killed 3 persons and injured more than 20 of the explosives seen through the United States portal system. Happened today, 1996, on the 3rd of April. In 2016, as a matter of fact, a private paper from Panama law firm was made public, revealing the healthy clients canceled their wealth and avoided payment taxes. The Panama paper represented one of the biggest leaks of confidential data. And today, 2006, the 3rd of April. Before I leave you today, the implementation of the Marshall Plan on today in 1948, the United States President Harry S. Truman signed into law the George C. Marshall Post-War World II Plan to revive the economies of the Western and the Southern European countries so as to foster democracy in the region. Today, the 3rd of April. On today, have you heard about American engineer Fazlur Arakan? He was born today into the Dhaka, India. In March 27, 1982, he died at the age of 52 into the Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. Good afternoon, good morning. Today's history is a regular feature on this program where we remind you, we bring you histories to your doorsteps on today. I'm going to say good afternoon, all of you, and those of you celebrating your birthday on today. Today Edward K. Morris celebrated his birthday on today. Edward K. Morris celebrated his birthday on today. Mr. Morris, would love to say good afternoon, good morning to you, good evening to you, wherever you are on this globe. But I know you reside in Pinsville City, wherever part you are right now. Happy birthday to you and all of your folks, your parents, your spouse, your kids, your friends, those from the club or fitness club, community dwellers, and all, especially the board chair of this institution, Mr. Harris White, is also saying happy birthday to you. Wookie Brooks is also there. He say happy birthday to you. And your beautiful and darling wife, my Esther, she say happy birthday, darling. I love you. Mr. Edward K. Marks, DSTV, you be called DSTV1, happy birthday to you on today. But I want to take a time to listen to this because the reason why we spark up issues for institutions. Let me say something. I'm going to say it again. You know, when my colleague visited this place, the message brought to me that I want the person to hear this today. They said because I spoke about a report that is currently before the Director General of Cabinet, Honorable Nathaniel Kwabo, that because I spoke of that information and were asking questions why monies were spent and we cannot match up the reality. The chairman said he got a lawsuit for me. He's calling the chief executive officer of the institution. I got a lawsuit. Let me go ahead. We can problem with that. But the question is, if monies are spent, government gave money for institutions. We need to match up the spending of those monies to reality. You know, it's good I would say this, and what my colleague said, let me tell you something. He said Nathaniel was good that he said it because when I went there, I saw the people working. They are just hired. I've been talking about this, the National Commission on Arms. They are just hired another company, a construction company, to carry out renovation. Imagine you received last year, 2024, just from July to December, you received in the document, I'm speaking for the document, the report they gave. They received, the money was, let me get it, the money was 370,000 plus. But when the chairman took the report he gave up on July at the time he was there, from July to December, they reported what they had, 300,000. You received 300,000 plus for goods and services, of which 48,000 plus was just there for renovation. Liberia, 48,000 are simple money that you will call the rent company to come and renovate again. Then on top of it, you say you want Kevin to court. I'm asking the president to get involved. We're not going to waste money. And right now, as I speak to you, the company they have hired now, I'll call the company later on the program. The company they have hired, the company is now doing what they call pre-finance because there's no money. So I'm asking my people, you please ask the Liberia Arm, the National Arm Commission, the money they spend for renovation, what is money? Or what is work that the money did? The goods and services, why are we still seeing a structure like that? Why? They will tell you, look at what happened to the airport. Look at what's happened to the airport. Look what's happened to the airport. We are not saying the money that you gave us, we have spent the money and this is the development here. You know, sometimes our leaders, they make us to look like we just don't understand what Liberia stands for. We just don't understand what Liberia stands for. And it's serious.
I can see I am being forced.
We don't understand what it stands for. You think this president Honorable Chukwuma Boakai will come to power and say he wants to provide Liberia the kind of leadership, then people that are behind him are not working his interest. They will say to look at it, because when they fail, we all fail. I will reiterate this: if this Chukwuma Boakai government fail, we have failed again as Liberians. Today is the 3rd of April. Just tell me how many months we got to reach to July 26th, August 24th, November 29th. I'm just cataloging the major events in a year that will climax, and we know that we're already in another year with us. Why? Why? You won't tell me you expend more than 300,000 from July to December? We can see it. Eh? Is that what you're telling me? Is that what you're telling Liberia? Is 300,000 a small money? Is it? I want you to listen to Charles Taylor. Listen to Charles Taylor. And those who are watching online, I want you, some of you were around at the time. It's not a long video. I want you to listen to Charles Taylor. Listen to what Charles Taylor said. Listen to him.
I did not want to leave this country. I can say I am being forced into exile by the world's superpower. I have decided to leave because for the first time in the history almost of the world, the United States is using food and other things as a weapon against the Liberian people. Because if the administration of President Bush says that they will not step on this soil and will do nothing as long as I'm here, this further threatens your survival as a people. And as I have said, I can no longer see you suffer. The suffering is enough. But you are good people. You've been very good to me through the grace of God, and I love you from the bottom of my heart. I will always remember you wherever I am. And I say to you, God willing.
This affirmation was years ago, but he said something that they are using food. He was talking about the Bush administration at the time. What are we faced with today that if we don't brace ourselves up, when the current president Donald Trump on his return is saying aids that were given to countries, especially Liberia, should be cut off? Don't this mean that we should manage our resources? We should manage what we have. We should be sincere to ourselves. And I'm saying to you, Liberians are good people. But what about our leaders? What about our leaders? You know, when I said to the folks that our reporter went at the Armed Commission, they said that we just want to make up issues. I got calling with me on the line. Yeah, good afternoon, Theophilus. Good afternoon, Theophilus. Good afternoon. Okay, I will talk about. This is Daniel Theophilus Cole. He is our executive marshal reporter who went at the National Commission on Arms. And he will share his experience as to what really happened there. Let me talk to Theophilus. Theophilus is our executive marshal reporter here. Theophilus, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Matt, but I'm not really getting you. I think the network is...
Yeah, Theophilus, good afternoon. I hope you're getting me now, Theophilus. When you were sent at the National Commission on Arms to observe as the money spent, whether these monies can be visible and be matched up to the reality of what we're seeing. When you went there, what did you experience?
I met a fellow. First, thank you for putting me on your platform this 12:35. When I got there at the commission, I saw a fellow who didn't identify himself. And when he asked me, who are you? I said, I'm a journalist from Cool 91.9 FM, and I came to do a thorough investigation here. And at first, he didn't bother me, but when I took off my phone and when I wore my jacket, he said, I can't do recording. In fact, I can't do recording. As a matter of fact, I shouldn't put camera on. In fact, he went on Cool FM page on Facebook. He said, as soon as he see Cool FM live, he will take my phone and he will spoil my phone. And definitely, I tell him my phone is very expensive. I don't want him to spoil it. So I left him and I tried to walk to the building, the Armed Commission building, and he was behind me, telling me, and just observing me. And that's how I left. But I tried calling you that day. The network was very terrible, and unfortunately, I didn't get you. But that's what happened that day. I was unable to do my recording and even carry on my investigation.
And to fill us, when you saw the structure from the outside and just a glance of inside, does it show anything that goods and services, renovations, major ones, a facelift was done there? What did you see from your own look?
First, I have realized that the commission was giving the money for renovation. I don't know whether they have carried on this renovation, but from the look of things, if you look at the building is like the scene, things are there vulnerable there. Almost like people are retiring from a place and they don't want to work there. So people go there. They really look like a working place.
Wow. And it's been alleged that from July last year to December, this institution reported that 300,000 was spent on goods and services, and of which 48,000 was spent on renovation. But what was that? Just the roof or painting being done? Did you see any major equipment, the decks, chairs, reception hall for folks to consider in? Did you see anything of such? Let's be realistic.
On any renovation, I don't know whether it will be from the outside or from the inside. Maybe it will be on some paperwork, but I did not see any renovation on the building or inside whether the bought some materials. If they bought some materials, maybe it's themselves, but I didn't see it from my eyes. I didn't see it myself.
Okay, Theophilus, thank you. It's been having you on. Thank you. Because it's been alleged that the chairman now is saying that we're fabricating stories on him. The reporter went there, he was denied recording. He said that's not true and all that. I think the public have listened to Daniel Theophilus Cole. He's our executive master reporter. He's assigned with the president. He was sent there, and you listen to him. He said because sometimes we get expensive gadget just for the public view. So the public should get quality. When we say this is what we're showing you, you should see color, pictures, and all that. And you go on our page, K News. Cool, go on our page and see. And the folks, according to him, he said, the guy said, I know you from Cool FM, I'm going on Cool FM page. If I just see any lie here, you will lose your phone. I mentioned this to the chairman on Regime Formula. He said it was an issue of fabricated against him. I think you listened to the reporter here. You see? And then just to look again, one of our staff went there yesterday. They are just working on the building. And I'm going to say this to you. They are just working on the building, Liberian people. Is this thing about us? Is this building, the money was spent and everything good, is sparkling clean? What would it put stop us from going there and showing what they have? They should be happy today that this work is done for the Liberian people. Today, if for instance we have to go to Liberia Water and see what more, Ali will be happy that we're there because he want to showcase what he have. Sure, if today we are going to the LFA or to LIPA, they just moving their own building, or we are going to the ministerial complex to Josiah Jokai, he want to show that the state of art we have. Like, bro, what's going on? When we talk, then they attack us they say they will carry us to court because we're saying something against somebody who have built their character. It is not about your character. We're saying this is about the Liberia institution and money that was given. Let's be serious here. And imagine, after the president gave a proclamation or decree, executive order 414, that there were people in illegal possession of arms, and the executive order provides that with a 1 year period they come and register their arms. Because then 1 year, and I say to you, and then when a free announcement I'm giving for the National Commission on Arms, they owe us, they will not agree to come pay. The money was, apart from that 300,000 and the 48,000 I was given for renovation, the government allocated 35,000 United States dollars just for the armed registry, because they were about to do a very serious work. Go there today. They stopped our reporter from going. I wanted you to show the picture of a debt that was given by Omil during Omil time. I wanted to show it. And if Honorable Former is saying that this place is open, let us see inside. It's not about us. It's about being sincere to Liberian people. It's about Liberian, like the former president said, Liberian people are good people. And at the time the Americans were using food, you listen to him. And this time, under the watchful eyes of Donald Trump, he is saying aids that supported Liberian development agenda should be cut because it is their taxpayers' monies. It was being mismanaged. Where is our money? When monies are allocated for institutions, this money cannot be seen. You talk about it, they say, why you gonna talk? And right now, as I speak to you, from a report we are getting allegedly, is that there's a company currently working. And this company is working on pre-finance. Because they're waiting for government to give them money, because the money for last year it has been wiped out. So they're waiting for government to give money. And you see, they de-call life without help us in institutions. They now hired the company that is called Liberia Renaissance Construction Company. They are the one working currently to put a billion at face. So that one president, but can't go beyond that. He must see something good there. But the first money that was spent, can see the thing. And we get a report that the executive director, or Moses Yepler, is currently investigating some 400,000 issues that were involved in the institution. Whether it's a mismanagement, they have to answer to that. That is currently going on. Because the chairman signed a check of 400,000 to be released to the civilian armed unit. But the controller and his group of professional people who are there to account for this money is difficult. And we are the watchdog of society. If we hear these things, should we not bring it out to the public? Should we not bring this out to the public, Liberian people? Should we not? Look at what's happening at the airport. Somebody used a justification. They know and say there's a dump site that harbor birds. When they tire feeding for the day, they get on the transformer, on the wire there, and then when they rest, picking their tooth and all that, what's left between their toes, and because of that, it will cause an electrical issue, stealing the electrical power grid, a serious disruption. Where imagine you know that there's a problem somewhere. Now you know that there's a dump site that harbor birds. They go there and feed. When they try getting what they want, they get on the wire, on the transformer. They remain there while we expecting planes to come. These planes, because of light, because of them hanging on, this run power, and the plane and those coming down, they stay have to land. What sort of silly justification are we having here? Where are the innovations? Where? There was some that say if this city complex tower was a government office over the years, then it has improved more than anything. On a serious note. Because where we are, because of innovation, we continue to improve by the day. And let me just be quickly announce to you that in not too long distant future, Cool will be having a television launch. And Cool will be having the first West Africa underground studio where at least about 100 or 150 persons can sit and watch. Like I'm now on the show, you can sit now in our new studio, you sit there and you watch me on this program. And if you want to raise, if there's time for calls and you are in the hall, you want to ask questions, there will be an attendant to give you the mic and ask the question, and those watching the television will see you while others are recording online and by phone. Is this not innovation? It isn't all about laziness and greediness and siphon of money that may want to develop at such level. Where are we? And I always said, I will remind President Buhari. I said this to former President Weah. If you don't disgrace some of these people, they will disgrace you. Let us be sincere. This is not about me. Now, with our recent announcement on this radio since last week or this week, people are now going to register their arm. They are going to express their interest. They are going there. Because the commission failed to create awareness, announcements around. When I even saw the video of the launch of the armed registry, I was wondering why they would call security experts to go to such a major program. They can't even get them water. I was wondering what's going on, what's happening. You do not call major media institutions that have the platform to sell to you. No jingles, no sport messages across the country. Right now, it's in Maserado. Are you not aware people in the Mangibi, people other parts got guns, they want to come to declare the guns? They want to. And let me say this to the Liberian people. Because this president is very humble indeed and want the right thing to happen, through its power by the executive order, has given Liberians a 1-year grace period. Hear me and hear me well. Don't mind these people. If you got a gun, your arm, and you know that you want it for your protection, whatever means, or maybe you're hunting or for sports or other thing, the single buy all that, now it's the time you go to the armed registry at the Liberia National Armed Commission or the Commission of Arms and register your gun or declare your intention. Because when this period expired, you'll be declared as being possession of a legal weapon. Please. They fail to tell you, I'm telling you this thing. We should have been having jingles on the radio, sport messages on the radio, if not dramas, or we're having TOT awareness, theater of the press across the country, so that our people can hear in dialects, that they can hear and know that the government under its president, Joseph Mabwaka, has said, all those who got guns, who got arms, should register them. And listen, when I play this video here with Representative Sam Jala into Bombay County, this is number 3, he says something that he said, what about the explosives you're using to bust the racks? And mind you, the gold that in our area, most of the gold are found in rocks. Most of the golds. Most of the rocks into Cape Mount, Bapolu, bombing area comprise or possess gold. On a serious note, these blasting going on in some areas, like for bombing Council, like the district lawmaker we're talking about, he said will affect the people houses. For example, the mud houses, the poor building, or dead bricks. But then they will destroy. He said, what's about the effect of the explosives? There are particles, flames. Are you aware that the National Commission on Arms is responsible to coordinate those explosives that come to the country? Are you aware of that? Are they involved? There are mining companies bringing explosives. They're blasting rocks. Sometimes people who are caught in these areas, they are hard lived. When you say caught, in this of a hard caught, yeah. Some of them live with pressure because they think that the reoccurrence of April 6, auto pause, World War II, World War III, or the attack of Banga or Ganta is another reoccurrence of such. But they are responsible. They play a part. Are they present? Are they? Why are we now wanting to investigate people? Today, we get a report that the Chichi controller, the first controller, the controller, they brought another controller called Abiola Kula. Abiona Kula. And when there are issues, it becomes a family thing, neither a government thing for the institution to investigate. You got the director of administration who has some relationship with the chairman. One Angie Saki. Let's be serious here, man. If all this is happening and the action of the people tomorrow to just break out forth and die, will we get any credible report from these people? Will we? Or will it be a massive looting process across this country against the world power of the Liberian people? You got the procurement, Lulu D car. They did the first procurement. Today you're gonna find the first company that they hired to do renovation on the work. Because from July last year to December, one company will renovate that building to procure materials, desks, chairs, office materials, air conditions to make the place facelift. That we enter, they say, yes, I'm in a good place. You got a finance person there. One Emmanuel's where? You got the one David John, the PRP, the Personal Young Professionals, who is a volunteer. What are we doing, Liberia? And is it, if it is for the sake of the Liberian people, I will not stop talking. Because when Liberia get better, it is not for me and my family. It is not for my wife, it is not for my son, it is not for my daughter. I may not even benefit, but once a Liberian people benefiting, it is my admiration and my quest. Let us for once do what is right in this country. Not for people to sit in their positions and feel that they can make people afraid. Because let President Baka, he said, we don't have a business as usual. No. We are not here for business as usual. Why? If we are carrying on procurement process, where is the PPCC? If we are carrying billing process, which one of the Liberian company which you hired, where is the PPCC? If we are renovating structures, where's the money? And it is the chairman and the vice chair who should be key on the thing that when they are misappropriation, they should investigate. But Are they concerned? It is the question. Now we are told that our Moshe Yeble is carrying an investigation current inside for some money, a check that was signed. And we are asking him to do more. And like I said earlier on, the institutional report is before the Director General of Cabinet, or Nathaniel Kwabo. Let him look at it. And let the national security advisors be also aware of this matter. You can't sit right behind the president and think that you're waiting to Lufa Kante, he will not see you. No. Please. Imagine we rent vehicle from July all the way to March. Why we can procure our own vehicle when we get money to rent? He said that we just want take government money with all the benefits. All we get him. And if you're not good for this government, the president cannot see you, will ask the president to see some of the things here. This is important. And I will reiterate, this is not about our interest. It is about Liberia. It's not about punishing anybody's character that they have worked for years. No. It is about uplifting this country's agenda. It is not about how clean you be with your institutions. It is about today, where you are. What did you bring? What can you help Liberia with? What can the generation learn from your leadership example? What can you say to the people of this country? That tomorrow you leave, say, yeah, it was because of us that these systems, policies, requirements were instituted, were legislated, that made us to be vibrant today. And if today I'm not here, I'm proud. And this is just what President Baka wants. He knows. President Baka knows he's aging. He's aged already. But he said, if I don't provide a leadership for Liberia and I leave this country, I'll fail my generation. I'll fail my people, because what I was called for on this earth, that I never had an opportunity to do when I was young, when I was in the middle age, when I was adult, and to do what I've had, God gave me the privilege to say, lead your people, direct your people. If I don't do it today, I failed my generation. The purpose for which he called me to this earth, I never realized it. They say the thoughts of other people. Because number one, if we say you spend money, come to whoever. When equipment will spend about 500,000, you'll see it. Even come and sell the equipment, we got still have equipment yet. When we say the equipment and money 700,000, 400,000, 1 million, it's true. Like I said, we don't want the power yet. We don't just depend on LEC. Let me tell you today, I'm not bragging about this. When LEC go over the next 2 weeks, we still have power source. We got more than 3 to 4 generators standing by. And just let me that. We got solar panel. We got a battery power bank that helps us. Then somebody say airport go when LEC go in the building, they will say we on. We got our power bank must be at the middle source of it. The solar panel is there, charging the power bank, and the power bank provides current. The next thing is generator is on. Not 1, not 2, not 3. Because we are prepared. And challenge us for the past years. This year, November, will make Kuwaven 9 years. And how will we run it as a public? We'll be running 24 hours. Even we have outmatched the state-owned broadcaster. Maybe they're not they come on, but before they go to off, they go off. We don't go off. We don't. We have 24-hour programs. How do you think our consoles are working? Because the air conditioning must be on 24 hours to keep this thing very cool. That's why this room is very cool where I'm sitting. It's very cool. It's never hot. Because if this machine can be on for 24 hours, tell me. It all requires innovation, passion, integrity, and stability, and the love for doing what you want to do for the people. Because as soon as this station goes off, our lines will be busting from left, right. What happened? What happened? Even the last time we were changing the tower, we took out the small tower to modernize the tower up on. The motorcycle team here tell the government not close your lap during the past machine. He said no. Why have me on for 2 to 3 days? So yeah. When they saw it work, they said, oh okay. And when the crane that brought to install the last rail of the tower up could not reach that day, we have to order another one. Because it must reach the length. It's called passion and innovation. It's called a desire to serve people. Our leaders, they must get a moral will to do it for themselves, not for themselves selfishly. And when you run yourself in all sort of quasi life, then you reach a certain stage now where you just hang on government. No! No. And that one thing I respect the president for. If President Biden would not have gotten the president job, he was still at the point to live his life humble indeed at what he was until he expired this earth. But he saw within the eyes. At some point in time when we sat down asking, I said, Ambassador, why are you so optimistic about this? He said, I just feel this thing. He said, that's why my name is called Joseph. I just feel this thing. And about now. Let me give you one personal example of President Buhari. At the time he wasn't president, I was sitting right here in the living room. And the first king, let me mention directly, I won't call names. They requested for the budget for Lufa County. We all were seated in the living room. I was sitting right on his right. And nobody was between us. He was sitting in the far left of the chair. I was not the far right of the chair. He must have sitting on the same chair. He said, what a budget? They brought a budget. And he said, President, but this is not a budget, this is an expenditure. He said, but why are you doing this to me? You think I got money? I got money. The money you see me spending, that people money they give me. Because they love your people and they use me to use it for the people. Why am I think I got money? He said, I sent motorbikes to Lofa County. They didn't tell me, say they own one in there, let's buy a tire, but they tell them to buy a new motorbike to give it to them. For what reason? He looked at me and said, well, you're telling me you got about, I think 150 or 250 bag of rest. He said, for what? You're even telling me, say, you will receive guests in a part of Lofa, you will spend 10 bags, or you will open your resto. Just as I'm saying, everybody was quiet seated. And some of the folks are even around and call at him, now they will attest to it. He said, no, this is not something. He said, if we say we want to lead, we should start now, because tomorrow we'll go there. When the people entrust us, is it what we'll do to them? And he told them, he said, no, you carry them back. I cannot say anything until it is what it should be. I sat down with chill and goosebumps in my body. I said, yes. How many of those passionate people do we have in this country? Other than those who, when there's money around, they only want to ask the controller, how much there? Okay, give me this amount with no purpose. Then they tell you, say you must miss first check. Why? Why are we continuing to hurt this country? Then when the media come out, they say you want to go out. You can scare us a lawsuit. Don't do it. Because we are not speaking from anywhere in the oblivion, we are speaking from a report. You give a report and we are questioning the report. The money that was spent. Show us the reality. Show us. If you say you got receipt, everything got receipt, yeah. But let's match the receipt with what we're seeing. Where are the desks? Where are the computers? Where are the chairs? Where are the physical outfit? You heard our reporter, he said when he went there, he said he saw the place that somebody leaving when you move from area, you get to your from that one when you want you leave it there. Why? He said, I never asked him, he went there. And that's what make us, I'm not old to say, but wisdom lead. Make us the people that sit down on the ground in the chair and see as far in the future. Then the young man that came over the tree, came over the tallest tower, will not see what I'm seeing. Because we got love for this country. And our quest is to see you work out. When you know you're tired, you ain't able to work, you're tired, and go sit down. Let vibrant people come in the system and work for the people. Let people with integrity come and work for that. When they say $10, they show the $10. When they say $5, they show the $5. Because Liberia, like one of my colleagues said this morning, Emmanuel, he said, look, April, how long? 178. What can we show? If you are doing anything good, like I said today, if for any reason our reporter just go to CSA, Josiah Jokai, and say, we want to see this elephant, he will be very happy. He himself will tell the forces you're carrying through to see the innovation, the progress, the physical evidence of Liberia money. He's sure he did it. Go to Mo Ali today. Mo Ali will tell you, he said, you can't see. Even what you see, I like want to feel and see. Because I want to tell you that what Liberian people trust us with, we are doing the work. But because you know that you got some issues, so soon you see journalists come around, then you got put around saying this. That's why you just shifting control from one end to this end and all that. For what reason? Wow, what? Oh my God! I will take my break, man. I want to go to the line. And Liberians, I was speaking about because I said to you, look at the airport. Because from the justification the people are giving, it shows that they only want to work. And let me tell you, the day you said before, then they tell you the papers what they have done. You will say, yeah, Liberia is a golden country. But come and see what reality, what they said to you, or what the document they show you, match reality. Liberia is forced to the extent that they have encouraged what they call World Trade Center. People get false documents, false receipts, make all sorts of things. That when you go on the book, check and balance and start to see document, you say, but yeah, that too is done. And that's how they treat the president then. Not just President Baka one. They just send a report to the president, or those coordinate them, or to the security advisors, or the director general cabinet. They just send a document to him. When you read the document, you feel, well, all right, gentlemen, you want me to put. And let me tell you something, they're waiting for this year. Imagine, I got a report that this year, the money for this year, I'm not even going to them yet. Even they still owing some arrears, because the controller left in one local county, they were getting allegedly. He went to local county, he sat there for some time, because he was sending document to CSA to process the payroll of the people. He have kind of come to do that because they want to so he can fit this year and all that. So the other one, why should we be like this? Why? I'm telling you, the day you want to see QFM, you will never. There is no radio station in Liberia can match QFM with. No radio station. I'm not bragging about this. No radio station from the length and breadth of this country you can match with QFM. Citycom Liberia Limited. No radio station. No radio station. Ask from Inspector General Paddy Sulu. He took his man to Rural Junction. We came out of June, instead of June in the air, they took the June and they paid for it. They felt that somebody come and spy on them. Now knowing that QFM having the June. We can spy or won't spy. Don't doubt us. We got drones here in this building. Thanks for joining me. Let's go to the lines. Let's talk about sincerity in the government. Let's talk about reality in the government. Let's talk about people that are passionate about doing the government's work. Yes. Oh my God. Oh, Liberia. This country is so disappointing, man. Let's talk about reality. Let's be bold to ourselves. The only reason why this country has not developed, and I'll tell you something, you'll cry this afternoon. If you just match the country called Ivory Coast March, the country called Ivory Coast is existing, and Count Liberia existing. And march the development that are going there and march it with Liberia. Go to Ghana. Imagine the folks are not considering with the special envoy, presidential special envoy with tourism, with the president and Minister of State. They are selling this country. And imagine they are some are confessing that they were surprised to know that they yet thought that when they say Gold Coast or Ghana is a gold that gold from Ghana. They were surprised to know that the deposit of gold that Liberia has, Liberia now should be a center of attraction. Because Liberia possesses a very huge quantity of gold. And the quality of gold that we have is different. I will shock you with this. On a serious note. You won't believe this thing. When you have in other countries that have the import rack, Liberia rack, and bulk of Liberia, a significant amount of Liberia gold deposit is in rack. And most of the rack crushing companies in the country, they mine. They are mining. But you don't know. They know the rack that they have gold and they want to get gold. They know it. Oh my God, let me take my break and go to the line. So I was only Liberian people here. And you know, maybe it's really like you go to say you doing what? Yeah, I say Rama see you, what I see, what I say you get.
Some of the things I want to see is what plan do you get to protect the environment? That blasting you're coming to over there. All those houses over there, most of them were built by mud. They will not survive after your work. And I will see it happen. Anything like that, you will not do the concession. Every concession or every agreement or every investment will have social corporate responsibility. Let's leave that part. The next part is we want due diligence. My friend, that place is born and the rack is there. Even up to now, we do not know what you want. I just want that. The township is telling me that people just carry people for him to stand nothing and he knows about that.
He called straight. He said, you're go there, bring my document. It's already part of your product carry. But the next day, he was the first person to put on the spotlight. What he did, he apologized to the Liberian people. He said, I shouldn't have done this. I'm sorry. He said, well, I've already done the needful. That was the exact word. He said, I've done the needful. Let's take this break, go to the lines.
You and I met yesterday, I was very clear. If you making Birmingham when I was there, can you stop that machine over there and you'll do the right thing? My man, nobody's against investment. I bet you they'll do. That's why you say when you say you want my number, I said no, call the commissioner. I want to tell you that I want to be transparent. If you'll do the right thing, I will be one person that will provide security for you. Do you even know, sir, that you're coming here, you need to be protected? Have you even spoken to the watch foreign commander of this place? You should have spoken to that man. That man give you 4 or 5 percent, you pay there every month. When you do that, the citizen, yes, sir, will love you. Nothing will happen to you yet. But for you to just kind of just start making rules, you say, my friend, that you want to hear all the lawmakers say the company can't to help, you can't to help. You can't look for your profit. I'm an educated person. The whole intent of a businessman is to maximize profit. You're not doing it at my benefit. I bet you that around here, you're not going to be the way. So you're not helping nobody. So here is what I want to say. There is the clan chief of this clan. There is the commissioner. There is the commissioner of the district. There is the former commissioner. These are all leaders. For me, if you want to talk to me, where is Ansu? The man is the coordinator for me in the district. Take his number, you want to talk. I want nobody to talk to me. That these people will talk to me. I just want the right thing. What the right thing should be done. The agreement or MOU you will use to go over there, I won't be part of it. The Constitution of the Republic of Liberia says I can make law.
They do in the counties, they got groups that clean up the airstrips and do other work. So maybe that's how they do this.
You don't have maintenance department to clean up?
For RIA we do, for Springs we do, for the other airstrips, there's just a skeletal staff there. Maybe 5-7 persons per airstrip, and they seek the assistance or they do contracts.
Whether a good or a bad, like people look for it. 0775 919 919. Please don't make me laugh. I beg you, please. Let me say happy birthday to you. Mr. Edward K. Morris. Today is your birthday. Your beautiful wife, Ma Esther, is saying to you, sweetheart, I love you, and many more years, and age will grace. Yes. Let me talk to this fucker on the line. Yeah. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. Go ahead.
Thank you. Transparency, accountability.
Yeah, accountability. Sure. Mm-hmm.
So we are urging our government officials, those with the responsibility to everyone in this work, to exercise out integrity when it comes to government.
Mm-hmm.
To exercise out transparency when it comes to government. Because government is public, is serving the people.
Sure.
So why we should add documents or add information from the people? So if you want to do your private job, leave government business.
No, I love that. I love that. Leave government and go do your private work. Leave government.
Yes.
I love that.
Leave government, go do your government is not private, it's public. It's public.
Okay, thank you.
I know that I mean, and we'll do better and we'll see that we will move on to the higher.
Yeah, we will not rest. Thank you. We will not rest. We'll guide the president in the process, and that's what we are called for. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. This Moses Body.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me tell you one thing. There's one thing. I know how you are grieving. I know how it is to say it. Along with the leper people we are grieving. But let me tell you one thing. There are things we are to put in place. We need to amend. I'm sorry people and continue to say it.
Mm-hmm.
For example, put it. There's something you come to prevent. They should be prevented on the director. Whatever you want to do there, they should be showing us. They should just follow the rules. Yeah. But if this constitution just stay like that, representative will take any amount of money to want to take. They will take any kind of expensive car, they will not do it right.
Mm-hmm.
Some will take any expensive car, they won't do it right. It's right. It's right.
Sure.
And if you stop to talk to them, let me tell you, you people don't say they did themselves up to that, and they will continue to be.
Sure.
We have to regulate things. We have to put things in order. It's not that still want to continue being the same.
Yeah.
That representative, so before you go for representative position, here's what you want. You agree, you don't agree. Senator, here's what you want to get. Minister, here's what you want to get. We should regulate these things.
Our children and our born children will continue to suffer. Thank you, my brother. Thank you very much. Let me talk to Mr. Scully on his line. Mr. Scully, good afternoon. No, we never. No, we look for some people who doing bad things. And if but listen, Mrs. Scully, the thing is, if it is good, that we look for. If it is good, we look for it. Yeah. Sure. We look for it. Yeah, we look for it when it's good. That one we look for. What's the point of that music? If it's that good, and if it is bad, especially those who want to keep the system bad, what choice we have? That we look for. We look for because our people are not sincere to us. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Va.
Yeah, you're welcome, Kekula.
Any element in the government want to see and as corporate to our government or the electoral government, we will go against our first single out anything in all we have in the country. The SLS that you mentioned, it gives you legacy in the right one. So if for any reason somebody sit in a public space and want to treat the office as private space, that will leave the office. Although there are confidential information and things that you got to be careful of, but majority of your proceeding and your corporate should be based to the people because these are the people who get it power to your head, who appointed you as director, minister, or head for a nation agency. So for a general to go and do a big investigation, independent investigation, somebody say, I'm going to sue you or I'm going to spoil the example, they're frustrating. And the president, government around the president should be aware of people in arbitrary action against generally in the country. We will not sit here and have whoever generally okay, ever generally people to la una because we want to support the SLS system where we have this agreement with you people, but I don't think anybody from the government or the public space should get an angle at that level. This is not civil society, this is not democracy, and we go against anybody who is part of mindset to do. I mean, anybody again, I would say that now when generally in the country, when the party for opposition,
Okay.
social organization, everybody should have a space to serve when it comes to the proceeding of our country. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. You're welcome, Kekula. Let me talk to you. Yeah, good afternoon, Mr. Abdullah Golafale. You're welcome.
Thank you. Separately, I don't know whether government is part of the game. How many ministry or agencies talking about education, and then the minister of that, or the director of that, is asking for the funding to be handed to him. Well, these don't, good people or young things.
No, Golafale, please call back. I'm not getting you. Coming distorted. Yeah, good afternoon. Yeah, go ahead. Okay. Yeah, go ahead. I said go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah.
No. Let's stick to the conversation. When we want to talk about DEA, we'll talk about that. Let's stick to the conversations, please, this afternoon, my brother. I know it's important. Let's talk about it and what's in your mind tomorrow. Good afternoon. Go ahead.
My name is Samson Tobacco. We're calling from. Mr. Bar, we have told the Liberian people only until we shed the blame on little bread. We're looking for a naked end.
Yeah.
Then we shed the blame on bread.
Yeah. Think now we can get control over every shipping bling on.
Yeah. Why we should do this to ourselves? Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Bar. I don't want.
You're welcome. You absolutely other word like me too because. Yeah. Good afternoon. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm Henry Buchanan Smith,
Can I go ahead?
Now, let me say the people, we people have no for it because it is said that the thing they were criticizing former president, we are still here doing this. That's why we started putting rescue government. But since this government comes to power, the people that he put in the road ministry, it's not in the Indian people, the people around former president, we are the image of former president, and the people he put in power, he today, is the image of this government, but you don't know, you see it's going to the issue of being on another government. When people there to be this government, and the usual say that when people, they people go, oh, what are they doing? Because they want to score the back image of this government, because they, oh, that's why the government, now you want to the government, and can be aware. So that is why the people look for it. Thank you for your opportunity.
We are testing for you. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Dr. Musa.
Yeah, go ahead.
You think about putting government now have our own workers in where you were talking about comparing Africans who got independent days and Ghana that got independent also our own country. That they are progressing and progressing. And we are retrogressing and retrogressing. And I think this is because we are not honest to ourselves and the people. And I think the way that we as citizens should always be able to speak. It's not easy. They will get tired of me or our purpose in business. Like everybody in business. And I just want to say I appreciate you guys. Yeah. And whether you have Mosa, you don't have Mosa, we always say, well, okay, what in my mind, all of the guys I do that is because I think we're very good because one of the issues I did is also going to be enlightening minds about people that they can do the way that they all this. So, most especially as well where I have to be some more.
Okay.
So, it's a thing for you guys to go for media folks and I hope that those guys who are there, who are placing on everything, will say, you can try to keep in mind that they are placed there to be able to do what is there. And then, at the end of the day, you think you want to get bad work, you want to get rich at it, please, as someone just said, one of your fathers said it, and then you leave public service and go and run a private business.
Okay, my brother. Thank you for joining us on today, and it's great to have all of you up on this afternoon edition of the program. All we want to see is a better Liberia. All we want to see is a Liberia tomorrow that the future is sure. And like we really the caller from the coming from the caller there. You get the government be opened. Like you come always say when you want to be in government, you know say you are a public thing. Or you not go do your public work. No one will ask you a question. But once there's a report that you have spent that money and not been seen, the public will ask question. What do you do with this money? And even you say, yeah, you did it. What's the proof? Was it the purpose of the money? Be sincere here. You can't get your child's school fees, say go to school, pay the school fees to the registrar, and bring the receipt to me. Then the child tells you, oh, I saw a color on the road, I bought it, or I saw a slipper on the road, I bought it because I'm just supposed to. That the purpose to get the money for? No. Or I went when I was carrying the money. My uncle see me, uncle say, what in your hand? I said that the money they gave me, I get the money, they ain't take so and get it back to me. Is that the purpose to give the money for? No. Let's be serious here. Let's be serious. And it is only seriousness that can help us build this country. And if this country is not built, all of us would have ourselves to be blamed tomorrow. All of us will be blamed. You see, now they're having this issue here that's up in the LT, also up the issue out with this issue with the cable there, and it's been basically construed. So oh, they want sport person. Yeah, like I said, they want sport person, but it also being alleged that when they were building these monuments and issues, they were told that in the future it will cause problem for us. Did anybody see it and say this? Or was it an instruction for the future? Still, at the end result, the LTA want to bypass this thing and say, yeah, let's, without causing hindrance, let's make sure this is out. It become another propaganda outside. Let's be careful. This is like, I'm not saying politics in any other country, but issue of common sense, they are using it to build that country. Nobody's saying corruption in any other country. But that oneness, that unity, the love for country, they are trying their best to do it. Go to Guinea now, the major overhead bridge into Guinea today. Road being built. You think somebody there will suffer that money, that will be, it will not be realized. But today, the person who engineered, who carried on that process, or the person was a construction engineer who went there, they are proud today. They say, go see our work. Yes. Go see our work. They can say, when I have friends, they say, yeah, I'm an engineer, or I was the head of the institution. Go and see my work. But for Liberia, it's the other way around. I gotta go. Thanks to all of you. Let me say good afternoon. I'm not taking calls again. Thanks to all of you today. Let me say happy birthday to you, Mr. Edward K. Morris. Today's your birthday. And your beautiful wife, my Esther, is saying to you, Mr. Morris, yeah, enjoy your day. Age with grace. But don't have a perfect evening today. And we say thanks to all of you for joining us. And I'm here with Sakandu. But don't forget, the geometry of the whole must be kept high on the agenda because it involves the majority. And those that come with equity, they must come with clean hands. Until tomorrow, on the weekend edition of the program, we will be here again on tomorrow. Thanks to my team, like I said to you, Sakando is here with me on this spectacular edition of the program. And I am your humble servant. I am Nathaniel. Good afternoon.
We gave 3 million, 3.4 million. This year, the budget is right before we approve. 3.4, I know we are concluding the first quarter of this year. How much have you received so far?